contest, CQ contest. Kilo Charlie 8, Zulu Mike November. Kilo Charlie 8, Zulu Mike November for the Michigan QSO contest. Please call. This is KC8ZMM. I'm going to step away from the radio for a little bit. Need something to drink. KC8ZMM.
Good morning, K1GMM. How's everybody doing, man? You guys behaving? Hey, Ed, what's going on, Captain? We're gonna get the ball rolling. I wasn't gonna do this, but what the hey? Looks like I've got some signals from. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Looks like I have some signals from the Michigan QSO party in here, so that's very cool. So we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into, and it looks like we have multiple stations on us within the passband on a particular frequency, so that'll be a whole lot of fun. Nothing but QRM. QR Mary, Harry Mary. What's up, Carl? Yeah, we're, am I shouting? Am I shouting, Paul? Jeez. Is that a sarcastic comment, or are you telling me to speak louder? Hey, Paul, what's up? Yeah, I hear there's stuff going on over in Europe, but I don't know. And, a bit quiet. My meter's popping up there. How's that? That a little better? KJ4ZMV. Good afternoon. And yeah, I hear there's stuff going on over in Europe. 40 seems to be lit up, as you can see. And now I'm talking quiet. I'm trying not to get all crazy. Let me check the gate, because I moved the microphone away from my yapping flapper. That's much. Ooh, that's in the red. Why did it go into the red? All right, let me know. I'll keep an eye on the chat. Let me know if things are getting out of control there. I'm up pushing minus 10 dB, and I've got there's 0. So I'm gonna have to keep it under control. Here you go. Life Quacks. 18th, Saturday, April 2020. This is kind of dumb. You can use regular pencils as dice. Simply give each side a number from 1 to 6 and roll for results. So there you go. If you don't have any dice, pun of the week. This is a good one. No matter how much you push the envelope, it'll still be stationary. I like that, being a maniac. There you go. I'm always pushing. Always pushing. Yeah, this is independent of the radio there, KJ4. I split the system. So the big gun microphone actually feeds OBS, and then I'll be using the headset. And don't do much playing anymore, Mike. I actually have the drums up for sale. Not sure if I'm going to continue. I may close that chapter in my life. Got a call on them about a week ago, and unfortunately I can't have, because of what's going on, I can't have people in the house. So unless I move them to the garage, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So haste makes waste when it comes to that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this point with that. Yeah, what else has been going on? Just been doing a lot of HF, playing a ton of HF, a lot of DX on. Wow, why is that gain all the way up? That ain't right. On 75 meters and 40 meters in the evenings. Been having a good time with that. So, thinking about pulling, I know you guys will call me completely crazy, but I thought maybe this afternoon I'll pull the Moxon down that I put up out front. It's a very good antenna, very good, and I find it hard to believe that anything else I put up is going to beat it. Thinking about going back to the phased delta loops, maybe go parasitic instead of phased, make it like the 40-meter array, see if I can minimize loss. I'm thinking about putting that up out front, which will give me a better signal stateside, I think. Also, I found some interesting information on they call it a switchable Moxon. So basically, I can take that Moxon out there, shorten the reflector, and create two driven elements, and either use open stubs or phase them. From what I was reading, I did have one up before, but I didn't have the phasing lines correct for that antenna. It did work, but supposedly I'd only lose about 0.2 or 0.3 dB of gain by doing that, which is, you'll never see that. And I'll actually get more front to back. So I'm thinking about doing that, because I really miss that switchable option going to stateside here, getting a very good signal going stateside, which would help in like these events, QSO parties. Not much wind, Mike. We didn't have we dodged that bullet. Not a lot of wind. Very little. Cheers. And yeah, so that was another bullet dodged. So no damage. I didn't even release the tension on the antennas. We had maybe gust to 25 at the most, which is nothing. So that's cool. Another switch on the desk. No new switches here. 20-meter array forward and back, northeast, southwest. The coaxial switch, 4 positions. I can't talk. 4 position switch out. I need to be on the other camera, don't I? It's kind of stupid. 20-meter array, 4 position switch to go through the antennas at the southeast corner of the basement. 40-meter array, northeast, southwest. End-fed, quarter wave 75, 49 to 1. Via switched, and these are the satellite switches. This is a rotator controller. Ed, you know what I'm going to do, Ed? I figured, well, why am I going to put another switch in? What I'll do is I'll tap into the feed on the 40-meter array, and I'll set it up so that one switch will take care of both antennas, because I'm not using both at the same time ever, obviously, right? So I can set it up that way so I can switch going northeast both arrays, and I can tap the feed lines right out on the southeast corner of the house. So, woohoo! You missed the life hacks, Paul. Bummer. You can use regular pencils as dice. Simply give each side a number from 1 to 6 and roll for results. There you go, which I find kind of silly. Pun of the week, and this is geared towards the maniac or anybody with a similar disposition. No matter how much you push the envelope, it'll still be stationary. And I just love that. I may keep that and stick that maybe tape it right here on the shelf or something. It's a good one. Oh, Ed. It took me probably 2 years to get used to the switches in here. Hey, Scott, how's it going? W1BS SBW. And again, we are going to try and work a little bit of the Michigan QSO party. And I may have figured out, remember you guys, I was having an issue. Now, cross my fingers, I haven't seen it do this yet. I was having an issue with the log and the COM ports. It could have been something to do with a Windows update. That's one thing that changed. I got a Windows update notification that it grabbed my computer and took it over and wanted to update. This was last week sometime. And what I ended up doing was I reduced the baud rate in the logging software. The SDR Uno is still running at 19.2. The baud rate, which is where I have the 7300 set, as well as the VSP serial port emulator. And what I did was I reduced the baud rate in write log to 2400. Oh, I just saw it glitch, but it's not freaking the pan adapter out. So before, it would take over, it would completely screw up the pan adapter. Something to do with the polling, the speed of the polling. I don't know what it is. But I reduced that to 2400, and it's everything synced together, but it's not behaving like it was. So very cool. You know, Ed, it doesn't take much to confuse me, right? I'm a very confused soul, so I'm going to go ahead and get things going. It is beer 30. And I have to drink the light stuff because I'm on a diet because I do too much sitting around. As if that's really going to make a difference. So. It's a freaking madhouse, I tell you. Let me get things uncorked here and see what's going on. Take a look at the old slam adapter. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. Let's see what we hear. Hey, Tim. Well, I really want to start on one end of the band.
I don't have my list here. Give me the abbreviation. I got it. I think it's ONTG, but I'll look it up later. I got to print out a list of those things. I haven't been in the QSO party for a few years.
Operation they have up there, but yeah, your antenna is working great, and I've read about the linear loaded antennas, but I've never.
Okay, good deal.
There you go, Tim. Linear loaded antennas.
Yeah, from Quirky, you are always giving you your best. Calling CQ from Park.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Hey, Roger, please copy my number 1010, and we are in Macomb. Mike Alpha, Charlie Oscar, Mike Bravo.
McCall.
November 8th, Juliet, Foxtrot, Juliet.
There is no McCall. Michigan counties. Where is he?
Good luck.
He must be doing something else.
QSL, you are 002 in the state of Delaware. QSL?
QSL, Thanks for the Delaware contact. I appreciate it. This is Paul from Michigan. Have a good day. 73s.
Okay. Let's do a quick tune-up here.
CQ. This is K8NUM calling CQ for the Michigan QSO party. K8NUM calling CQ for the Michigan QSO party.
No, I'm not running power. We'll see if anybody can actually hear me. Hey, Billy. What's going on, dude?
CQ. This is K8NUM calling CQ for the Michigan QSO party. Kilo Echo 8 November Uniform Mike calling CQ for the Michigan QSO party. Any contacts anywhere? Standing by.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike. You're 5-9 into Michigan, Oakland County, OAKL, and you are number 5.
Okay, I got number 5. OAKL. Got it. Please copy number 1001 Victor Tango, Vermont. Over.
QSO Vermont, thanks for the contact. I appreciate it. 73, Paul from Michigan.
Okay, Paul from Michigan, Steve from Vermont. 7-3, and good luck there. Good to hear you.
CQ, this is K8, and you are calling CQ.
Okay, I guess I should listen.
November, Uniform Mike calling CQ for the Michigan QSO party. Any contacts anywhere?
Well, he has problems too, so that might be.
See, somebody's talking about me on the band.
NUM calling CQ for the Michigan.
It's just not right, man, I'll tell you.
NUM calling CQ.
Thought there was somebody in there right next to him, but maybe not. Hey, Chris. Good afternoon. Yep, Ed. Yes. Currently, yes. Only because these signals are probably going to be
Quebec, triple Q.
maybe a little bit of a challenge. Michigan is kind of an odd path for me.
QSO, please copy number 3 in Shiawassee, Sierra Hotel India Alpha.
Okay, let me start the loop here.
Shiawassee, Sierra Hotel India Alpha. Roger. 73.
Holy smokes, you guys. Sometimes things move so slowly that it's like pulling teeth.
Kilo 8, Delta Golf Whiskey.
Yeah, I can't even hear that station.
I mean, some of them are. Yeah. Well, I'd make a comment. That FD1000MP.
Ooh, he's got RFI all over his audio.
Kilo 8, Delta Golf Whiskey.
You watch, the band's going to take a dump. I think it's in the process. Notice the signals on the band? Notice that pan adapter. Everything's going flat. This is what happens on 40. This band drives me bonkers.
Number 3 in Alpena, Michigan. ALPE. Alpha Lima. PE.
And through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Yes, Tim, it is. Chris, that's SCR Uno.
Alpha Lima. Pepper Echo. LP
County, El Pina.
I've got a horrible story for you guys too. I'll tell you a little bit later. From our friend Rick, NASDR. It makes me very nervous, man, what happened to him. He's running the same amplifier I run. I've never heard of such a thing happening.
Thank you. Good luck. There's a lot of noise here, too.
Are we getting a geomagnetic storm? This sounds like a geostorm. God, you guys, come on.
Charlie 2. Alpha Charlie 2.
That's Alpha Charlie 2, Tango, Paul, over.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, Ed. I tell you what, when you hear this, it's going to make you freaking cringe.
Yeah, Roger. It's a nice sunny day today. 63 degrees, a lot of noise on the radio. But I have you in there. Over.
Oh, that's one of the nets.
Sierra Oscar Bravo, MIQP.
Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike.
CQ Michigan QSO Party, N8SOB, November 8, Sierra Oscar Bravo, MIQP.
Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike.
Charlie Station. Okay, all right, Alpha Charlie 0 Whiskey, and I think that was it, but then you kind of fell out, I think. Okay, very good. AC0W, please copy 5252.
Yep, that's what's going on. Hey, Jay.
Sierra Tango Charlie Lima. Thank you very much for Minnesota.
Oh, the K1's pretty flat?
Michigan QSO Party, November 8th, Sierra Oscar Bravo.
Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike.
CQ Michigan QSO Party, CQ Michigan QSO Party, and
I'm going to have to turn the amp on.
Sierra Oscar Bravo, MIQP. CQ Michigan QSO Party, CQ Michigan QSO Party, N8SOB, November 8, Sierra Oscar Bravo, MIQP.
Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike.
All right, I got a Kilo Mike 4, the Kilo Mike 4 station. I think I can pull you out, over.
169 on the FFI. Or 69, I mean. Oh, my God.
Okay, Kilo Mike 4, November
That is
Alpha
freaking
Bravo,
horrid.
please copy 5353,
Jeez.
St. Clair County, over.
Yeah, signals are just taking a dump here.
Got some QR moving. And what's my serial number in your state, over?
Yeah, he's not going to hear me. He should have picked me up right away. All right, if I'm going to do this, why waste my time?
Okay, one more time with your number and your state, over.
Listen to that band.
02 Sierra Charlie. Thank you very much for your patience. 7-3.
It's like a freaking switch.
QSO Michigan QSO Party. CQ Michigan QSO Party from November 8 Sugar Ocean Bravo.
Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike.
CQ Michigan QSO Party.
No, he can't even hear me.
QSO Party.
Shoot, not even in the noise.
Sierra Oscar Bravo. MIQP.
Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike. I gotta wait for the amp to warm up.
QSO Party. CQ Michigan QSO Party. N8SOB.
Okay, we'll come back to him.
Sierra Tango Charlie Lima. Roger, 7-1 Minnesota. Thank you for the contact. 7-3. CQ from Kilowatt Echo 8, Bravo India Tango.
Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike.
The Kilowatt 3 station again.
Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike.
All right, I have Kilowatt 1 Gulf uniform and a lot of QRM. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I have you as 29 for Sierra Tango Charlie Lima.
Okay. Call sign is Kilo 1, Germany, Mexico, Mexico. Kilo 1, Germany, Mexico, Mexico. Number 202, Vermont, Victor Tango, QSL. And I need your county again, please. Over.
Roger, my county is St. Clair County. That's Sierra Tango Charlie Lima. And you're just now starting to pick up again. Can I get the prefix or the suffix of your call sign?
Okay, suffix, Germany, Mexico, Mexico. Germany, Mexico, Mexico. Over.
Well, Roger, I think I got it all that time as Kilo 1 Golf Mexico, Mexico.
Roger, 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 Roger.
All right, thank you. Yeah, the QRM went down and the band went up, so I'm reading at a 5.9 signal now. So thank you for the number 2 in Vermont.
Thank you. 7-3.
7-3. CQ from Kilowatt Echo 8, Bravo India Tango for the mission.
Chris, it's SDR Uno, Uniform November Oscar.
CQ again from Kilowatt Echo 8, Bravo.
Tango Oscar, M3, Tango Oscar.
Please copy 5757 into St. Clair County. Sugar Tango Charlie Lima.
Oh,
over.
shoot.
Echo 8, Bravo India Tango for the Michigan QSO party.
Gotta remember to log these. Idiot. Jeepers.
The Oscar Lima Oscar station again.
November 3, Tango Oscar.
The Zulu, Quebec, I believe. Whiskey 0, Zulu, Quebec. Please copy 58, number 58 into St. Clair County. Sugar Tango Charlie Lima, over. Thank you very much for Mike November and 3373 QRZ Michigan QSO Party, November 8, Sugar Ocean Bravo.
November 3, Tango Oscar.
Tango Oscar.
November 3.
Yeah, see, the band flipped. This is what 40 does. It flips to, he's down in Pennsylvania,
November 3, Norway.
and then it'll flip back out to the Midwest. Does this all day long.
Okay, November 3, Tango Ocean. Please copy 059.
Oh, Mike, you won't hear me in upstate New York. I think that's going to be a little too close on 40.
QSL, you are my number 15, number 015, number 1515, state of Maryland, Mike Delta, Maryland, Mike Delta, over.
All right, Roger, Roger on the 16 and the Mike Delta. Thank you very much for the smooth contact there, my friend, and repeat yourself. That was greatly helpful. Thank you. 7-3.
7-3, good luck from M3TO.
M3TO, 7-3. God bless. Good luck. QSZ Michigan QSO Party, November 8, Sugar Ocean Bravo.
Kilowatt 1, Gulf Mike.
All right, I got the Kilo Delta station.
The band is an atrocity as usual. That is the path. That's the path, Paul. I usually have. I can work Pennsylvania, that area, on a wet spaghetti noodle on 5 watts. No problem. Usually.
Okay, Roger, Roger. Thank you very much for Wisconsin.
Just getting the amp warmed up here. Should be okay. Just let me get it loaded up. Probably hitting it with 80 watts probably isn't. 80% drive is not a good idea right now, but let Maybe we'll do the smart thing and back it down. And there she is. All right, let's see if this changes the game at all.
We got a couple of you guys in there. QRZ, N8SOB, over.
Kilo 4, Alpha Delta Quebec.
Kilo 4, Sugar Hotel Whiskey, please copy. You are 06262 into St. Clair County, Sierra Tango Charlie Lima, over. Thank you very much for number 10, Golf Alpha, QRZ Michigan QSO Party, November 8, Sugar Ocean Bravo.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
I think ending of November with a Victor, maybe?
Hey, Carl, what's up, man?
Negative, QRZ.
Kilo 4, Alpha Delta Quebec.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
Copy 63063, St. Clair County, over.
Roger, please copy number 12, 12, Virginia, Victor Alpha.
Victor Alpha, thank you very much. 73, QRZ, Michigan QSO Party, November 8, Sierra Oscar Bravo.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
Ending Oscar Hotel. Okay, good signal. November 1, Sugar Ocean Hotel. Please copy 64064, St. Clair County, Sugar Tango Charlie Lima. Thank you very much for 15 and Mike Alpha 72. QRZ, November 8, Sugar Ocean Bravo, Michigan Party.
Kilowatt 1, Germany, Mexico.
IOC. Thank you very much for number 5 in New Jersey. New Jersey's a new one for me, 73. Good luck, QRZ, November 8, Sugar Ocean Bravo.
Kilowatt 1, Germany, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you were number 65. So Whiskey 2 IOC, you were 65 into St. Clair County, Sugar Tango Charlie Lima.
Yep, got half the pass band wiped out.
Whiskey 9 Delta Charlie, please copy 6666 into St. Clair County, over. South Carolina. Roger on the South Carolina. Thank you on the 21. QRZ, November 8, Sugar Ocean Bravo, Michigan QSO Party.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
Yankee. Ending in Yankee.
Boy.
Kilo Tango 3, Lima Zulu Yankee. Let me see if I got this right. Is it Kilo Tango 3, Lima Zulu Yankee? Roger. All right, cool. You're
Yeah, Noel.
067. You're 627 into St. Clair County. Sugar Tango Charlie Lima, over.
Another exercise in futility. 2 weeks in a row. Weak signal work. This is going to be I can tell, it's going to be a barrel of monkeys.
Bravo, Michigan QSO Party.
Kilo Charlie 8, November.
Off their website, Noel.
Okay, I think I got a Kilo 4 Oscar Victor Whiskey.
I think it's located actually in a PDF at the top left-hand corner of the homepage, I believe. It's not where you think it would be. It's lumped in with like a whole mess of information.
QRZ Michigan QSO Party, November 8, Sugar Ocean Bravo.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
And beginning with whiskey.
Man. The band just freaking puked, right? I made that first contact and...
What's the starting whiskey again?
I'll probably be your first contact, so you'll say number 1, and then if you're in Michigan, give me your county. If you're in a different state, just tell me what state you're in. I'm in Ohio. What do you need from there?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Thank you. QSO. There's a lot of Michigan stations on this weekend, so you should be able to find a few others. Thanks for your time. QSO, anybody, anywhere for the Michigan QSO party? Yeah, Oscar Bravo, Michigan QSO party.
Kilowatt 1 Gulf Mike.
QRZ?
Kilowatt 1 Germany, Mexico.
Oh, there was a 4 station maybe?
Yeah, he's
Charlie Mike Golf, I got you.
yeah, he's really
Charlie Mike Golf. Thank you for the patience. Your number.
his antenna may be oriented not favorable to me, so
040 for Sierra Tango Charlie Lima.
and my antenna is not oriented. You know what I should do is go over to the Cobra. Wonder if he hears. Screw it. I'm gonna go. Well, no. See, the Cobra isn't oriented correctly either. Everything I have here is designed to fire northeast and southwest, and Michigan, he's kind of off the west-northwest corner of the lobe. So, yeah. I did check it earlier, and the receive was way down on the Cobra compared to the array, so I just stuck with this.
Okay, number 2. All right, thank you for the number 2 in North Carolina, 7-3.
7-3, thank you.
Got a very good signal in the Michigan. QRZ, North Michigan QSO.
Listen to that fading.
QSO party, QRZ from November 8th, Sugar Ocean Bravo.
Kilowatt 1 Gulf Mike.
And the Mike.
Kilowatt 1 Germany Mike.
Oh man, the Mike's really coming out. What's the call again, please?
Kilowatt 1 Germany Mike. Kilo 1 Germany Mike. Over.
Kilo 1 Germany Mike. Thanks for your patience. Please copy 71 St. Clair County, Sugar Tango Charlie Lima. Over.
QSL. Please copy number 303 VT, Vermont, Victor Tango. Roger?
Victor Tango in Vermont. Is that a Roger number 3?
Roger.
All right, thank you very much for the patience. 7-3, thanks for Vermont. QSZ Michigan QSO party from November 8th, Sugar Ocean Bravo. Kilo Tango 4 Echo Mike. You are number 42.
Okay, I got to address something right here. I did. I got to address. This is for all you guys that may be new to working the QSO parties. I am no expert. I am not an expert, but this is kind of important. I got in the past. They all came in the past 2 weeks. 10 days, I got 2 additional notifications this week. I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday that I took 2 additional events. I took the North American SSB Sprint, state of Vermont, and I took the New England QSO party, state of Vermont, first place in both of those. Now, if you look at my score, it's not much. My score is not impressive, but kind of how I approach these, it's not how many contacts you make, it's where the contacts are, and it has to do with the multipliers. So if you wonder why I spend so much time trying to nail down a single station, it's because it does me no good, I found in these events, to work multiple stations in the same county. So if I look at my log now, that was a waste of time, theoretically, because K8BIT was in St. Clair and NASOB was in St. Clair. So that was kind of a waste of time for me, but there's really not a lot of activity on the band. Now, if this was plastered wall to wall, I would have just moved on. I would have not have hung around. So you don't have to make huge numbers of contacts to win these events. Patience is a virtue, they say, right? So just working on those contacts that are multipliers, that's what gets you the win. Not so for other events, but, especially for QSO parties, hit those counties. If you hear a county that you don't have in the log, work until your friggin' nose bleeds to get it. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's something I just realized when I saw those 2 certificates come in. I thought, I kid you not, one of them, I think it was the North American SSB Sprint these are from last year, 2019. I think I only had 204 points, but I took the entire Vermont section. So, yeah, you can place really well without, 200, 300, 400 contacts. You don't have to do that. You'll hear me say it all the time. I go for the multipliers. That's what I want is the multipliers. So that's it. Hopefully you guys, especially the new guys that have never worked these before, are thinking about doing it. Take it for what it's worth. It's been my experience. Get the audio back on. Let me see. Billy. It's only me and one other guy. What? Thank you, Ed. And I have to say this too. Most of these things that I win, I don't even remember working. That's how seriously I take them. You know me. I don't freaking care. And that's the honest to God truth. I don't remember working these events. I don't even remember submitting the log. I swear that some of these are a mistake. Like they mistook my call sign for somebody else's or something. Whatever. I don't understand it. 20 meters. This morning was really good on 20. It was cranking. It's settled down now. Yesterday, trying to work a station from Israel. See? Yeah, Billy. See that? See, it all depends on how much you want it. And that's the other thing, Ed. I swear to God, there's over 20, I believe there's 2,400 ham radio operators in the state of Vermont. Where the frick are they? Where are they? What are they doing? Aren't they working any of these things? I swear, yeah, I'm like maybe one of 2 or 3 or 4. I do know of one other one that contacted me in Bennington. He's about 40 miles south. He says, yeah, I keep coming across your call sign in the contest results. So I figured I'd send you an email. I got to get together with him. When this whole madness is over, I want to sit down with him and grab a cup of coffee because he sounds really cool. I know he works the events as well, pretty sure. Out of like 2,400 plus hams in the state, what the flipping heck, man? You guys, get on the freaking radio. I don't understand it. SE for Foxtrot. Where is that? And good to see you, Karasan. I'm sorry, Torbjorn? Karasan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. SE4F. Where is that? There are no other certificate winners in Vermont. Yeah, right? Yeah, they're all on FT8. Freaking hate FT8. Just to let you guys know, these may be the last events I work. Because, well, this one, no. But like the Vermont QSO party, the New England QSO party, based upon what I saw this year, they're allowing FT8, like I said in a previous stream, it's a mixed mode contest. You could sit there and run FT8 till you're blue in the face, weak signal mode, and basically win the event, and never even key up a microphone. See, those should be separated. That is completely unfair and total bull. You know what I'd like to say? It is a bunch of bull crap. So I will not be working those events anymore, and I'm thinking about contacting the contest managers and coordinators and letting them know, not telling them that I'm not going to work it, but that's ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. So as well as the VHF contest, same thing. You can sit there and run FT8 on VHF and never hit the key on the microphone and actually work for it. I'm sorry, but FT8 is not work. This is work. They should be separate categories, period. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody can convince me otherwise. It's an absolute, whoever came up with that is a freaking butt turd. And I'll end it right there. I am actually really pissed about that, as you can tell. I like those events, but no more. I won't be doing them anymore. Moving on. Don't get me digressing, you guys. I'll get all friggin' bent out of shape. Parks on the air. Oof.
November 8 Yankee, Bravo Yankee, Macomb County, Michigan.
Jeez, there's Michigan guys on here hunting around. I'm going to work whatever I can. And
I'm gonna, 001, just starting.
And I'm going to sit and call CQ. I'm going to find a clear frequency and see if I can get
You
some
too.
Michigan.
Good luck.
Boy, he is weak. Doesn't even register on the 7300. Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike. Mike. No, I can't. I'll lose my license. Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike. He is definitely not going to hear me. He's right in the mud. Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike. Yeah, see, one land is just not making it in there. Oh my God, Paul, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Priceless. Absolutely priceless.
SOB in West Virginia, calling Michigan.
This is number 1, go ahead.
Ugh. Can't even hear Michigan now. This is what it does.
Lima, Romeo, Juliet.
Can't even hear that station.
Kilo 4 November Whiskey Japan. You're 5'9", I'm in North Carolina, November Charlie. My contact number 1.
Okay, K4 Nancy Whiskey Japan, QSO, you're number 195
God.
in St. Clair, Roger.
God, that's the worst audio I've ever heard.
73, Nancy Alpha 8 Victoria, Michigan QSO party.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike.
K1 Golf, Mike, 196 St. Clair, SDCL.
QSL 196 St. Clair, please copy number 4 Victor Tango, Vermont. Over.
Okay, thank you. QSZ. WA2 Hotel Zulu Sierra, number 197 St. Clair.
That is hands down the worst audio I've ever heard in my entire life. Wow.
Charlie calling CQ, Michigan QSO party. CQ, calling CQ, Whiskey 8 Zulu Alpha Charlie, Whiskey 8 Zulu Alpha Charlie, Whiskey 8 Zulu Alpha Charlie, calling CQ for the Michigan QSO party.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike Mike.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike, go ahead.
W8ZAC, please copy number 5 Victor Tango, Vermont, over.
I copy the number 5 Victor Tango from Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Please copy number 28 from Genesee Golf Echo Nancy Echo.
Okay, 28 Genesee, thank you much, sir. 7-3, have a great afternoon, over. It's gotta be Roberto. What is going on, Mr. Rob? K5, KE8. Rob, I forgot your call sign. Wow. $10-4, good buddy. Hey, Chuck, what's going on? Hey, Shane, how's it going? Hey, Shane. Hey, Shane. Yeah, thank you, bud. No, we're struggling here, Shane. I'm telling you. This is like it's another weekend of pulling teeth. What is... I'll never hear that station that he's wiping out.
We're in good shape with it now. That's some good rhubarb. That really is.
Who's this?
I still did not get it. Over.
Michigan's another elusive one for me in my QTH. I don't talk to Michigan that often. Pretty rare.
Kilo Delta 3 Bravo Echo November QRP from Kilowatt 8 Romeo Yankee uniform. I have your number 1, but I need your Michigan County, over. I'm sorry, you're just not quite making it. The band is just really very unfavorable. We'll try again later. Kilowatt 8 Romeo Yankee uniform carried RYU looking for Michigan contact.
Oh, okay.
Kilowatt, Foxtrot 8, Foxtrot.
Thank you, and good luck.
Look at that pennant.
W8QN, Whiskey 8, Quebec, Norway. Hello, CQ,
Listen to that QSB.
W8QN, Whiskey 8, Quebec, Norway.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike.
Kilowatt 1, Golf Mike. Please copy number 35, number 35, Midland, MIDL.
Okay, was that 35M Mike India Delta Lima, I think it is. Please copy number 6 Victor Tango, Vermont, Roger.
Roger, number 6, Vermont, and Victor Tango, and you did get the Midland MIDL correct.
Okay, thank you very much. 7-3, and have fun there, over.
Yes, good luck to you. QRZ, the Michigan QSO party, W8QN, Whiskey 8, Quebec, Norway.
And USA 7, over.
Okay, all you need is just North Carolina. You don't need the county when you're out of state, but we appreciate it and got a great signal up here. Thank you much. Who is the other station calling? The 3?
Whiskey 3.
Boy, there's some nice signals from Michigan. I don't know what the other guys are doing.
Copy number 113 in Oakland County.
Oh, I need that one.
7 in Maryland.
Roger, got the 47
40's the
Maryland.
usual abomination, Rob.
QRZ, Michigan QSO party, kilowatt 8, Romeo Oscar.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
Whiskey Sugar 2 Echo. Is that all it is, or was there a mic at the end of it? That's what I thought when it comes up, the super check says that, but somebody who has the same kind of signal ended up with a mic right after you. Copy number 114.
Okay, so he's going to hear me.
Okay, 33 Pennsylvania. Nice signal, by the way. Thank you much. QRZ, kilowatt 8, Romeo Oscar.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
The Mike. That must have been what I heard at the end of and on the Mike.
Okay, K8RO, Kilo 1, Golf, Mike. Kilo 1, Golf, Mike. Please copy number 7, Victor Tango, Vermont, over.
Okay, got everything, but I'm not sure on the call. Was that Delta Mike or Golf Mike?
Germany, Mike. Golf, Mike. Germany, Mike, over.
Okay, let me get that corrected so I got it right.
Yep.
QSL, I think I gave it to you, but you were number 115 in Oakland.
Okay, I got 115 Oakland. Look up the abbreviation. Got it. OAKL. Thank you much. 73, over.
Roger, that's the right abbreviation. Good luck, and thanks for the contact. QRZ, kilowatt 8, Radio Ocean.
Whiskey 2, Zulu, Delta, Papa.
I think it's the Whiskey 2, Zulu, Delta, Papa. Yeah, that looks right.
It does, Rob. It does when the signals are weak. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you're better off just running straight on the single antenna for transmit and receive. Because it does add a component of noise, I've noticed. That seems to be always there, but the signal at times, like you've seen it, it'll pop right out of the noise. I mean, it'll go from like pretty much unreadable to sounding like it's about an S7. So, at times, yes, it's very, very beneficial. It's good. It is a phenomenal system for weak signal work, and especially I'm actually grateful I have this. Last weekend and this weekend, signals like that. Doesn't do much for QRM, but like noise, general noise, it's actually pretty effective too.
The number 117.
See who this is. Jesus.
Okay, the number? QSL, thank you for the repeat.
Whew. Who is that?
Lima, Mike, Kilo.
Okay, Kilo Alpha 9, Lima Mike Kilo. Please copy Kilo 8 Alpha Juliet 027 Macomb. Mike Alpha, Charlie Oscar, QSL.
QSL, number 1, also Macomb.
01 Macomb. Okay, QSL.
Check that out. See, sometimes you can snap him right up out of the noise.
I copy the November 4, station 2.
Oof.
Okay, I copy the November 4, Sierra, Kilo 8, Alpha Juliet 028, Macomb, over. I copy 022.
Make sure I'm tuned up here. In Ohio, really, Mike?
Okay, the November 4th station, come back.
Hey, Mike, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for stopping in. Definitely jump in on Echolink. Anytime, bud. Everybody's welcome. Okay, Carl. Yeah, see you later. Go pound on some satellites there. Don't you love it when people tell you what to do? Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike. Kilowatt 1, Gulf, Mike. Kilo 1, Germany, Mexico.
Okay, I copy. Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike. You copy kilowatt 8.
Okay, somebody threw some malicious interference just as you gave me your call sign in the exchange. I do need your call sign and the exchange again. Please copy. You are number 8008, number 8, Victor Tango, Vermont. Victor Tango, Roger.
Okay, I copy kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike, 008. Victor Tango, please copy kilowatt 8, Alpha, Juliet 030, Macomb, that is Mike Alpha, Charlie Oscar,
QSL. Thank you very much. 7373, over.
73, and good luck, Juliet.
He wasn't even remotely visible on the 7300. That is crazy. Oh, there he is. Yep, right in the mud. That's freaking amazing.
More or less quiet area. K1GMM, W4 Fox South.
That guy's voice, I hear him all the time. It cracks me up.
Roger, we have that, and you are 002
Oh, shoot.
in Maryland. QSO?
I forgot to log it again.
November 8, Golf Echo Oscar.
Call here, the MK4 station.
Kilo.
Good luck, thank you.
Where was he? I think he was right here. Oh my gosh, I'm such a tool.
Okay, I copy. Now,
there he is.
Papa Yankee, please copy kilowatt 8, Juliet 031, Macomb, QSO. 031, Macomb, NACO. What's your number, please?
I just stuck my key. My wife corrects me all the time. Good luck in the contest. Yours, Ocean. Number 4 that ends in Charlie. Okay, number 5 in Georgia. You're number 124 in Oakland, OAKL.
Okay, that's K8RO.
Okay, good luck. Yours at K8RO.
Get that Canadian contest clear, STCL.
Oh, that is just so painful.
Kilo, November 4, Golf, Delta, X-ray, 2727, Virginia.
Okay, I'm going to ask you for your call sign again, please.
Kilo, November 4, Golf, Delta, X-ray.
Got it.
Anybody who says that 40 meters is in good shape, look at that pad adapter, would you please? On a Saturday. Can you believe that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 readable signals. Oh, I need that one.
thank you so much for your patience. And break QRZ for Kilo Delta 8, Alpha Uniform Zulu. Go ahead. Whiskey 9 station, go ahead. Whiskey 9 Golf Yankee, you are number 63 from Saginaw Sierra, Alpha Golf India, over. Roger, thank you. Used to live up by Calumet. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and thanks for everyone else's patience. I'll work you all if I can hear you. It's 20 over 9 noise, so I may be missing a few of you. My apologies if that's the case. So QRZ, this is Kilo Delta 8, Alpha Uniform Zulu. Go ahead.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Echo.
Okay, I had a Kilo Charlie Niner. Go ahead.
I need more beer.
Roger, go ahead. Roger, I copy Illinois. Please copy number 6464 Saginaw, Sierra Alpha Golf India, over. 73. Next, this is Kilo Delta 8, Alpha Uniform Zulu. Go ahead.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike.
Sierra Romeo Kilo, go ahead.
Oh.
Okay, stand by. Okay, I'm having a little issue with your call sign. Stand by. Okay, I got Sierra Romeo, Kentucky. What's the first part, please? Okay, Roger. Got it that time. Thank you for your patience. You're number 6565er Saginaw, Sierra Alpha Golf India, over. Roger. Thank you for Kentucky. And QRZ, this is Kilo Delta 8, Alpha Uniform Zulu. My apologies, it's 20 over 9. I may miss a few of you. CQ.
Bravo, Mike.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Okay, Kilo 4 Sierra Hotel Whiskey. Go ahead. Roger, I copy number 16 Golf Alpha. Please copy number 66. 66.
Let me tell you guys while you're here what happened to our friend Rick. He emailed me. I don't think he'd mind sharing this. This is terrifying, and this could be possibly good information for anybody who runs an AL80A or any linear amplifier tube driven. He contacted me this past week, sent me an email, and he runs an AL80A as well, and this has me truly terrified, man. He runs an AL80A. He said, I can't remember, I'd have to pull up the email, the anode or something, whatever it is, shorted. And the tube, he didn't know it, but the tube was glowing bright red. And I guess it shorted and it put, I think, some horrific amount of voltage, and I don't know how much current, down the line into his Flex 6400 and took the Flex out, grenaded that sucker. So that's on its way back to Flex. I've never heard of such a thing like that, and it has me actually freaking nervous because the AL80A, and he said his was on the original tube as well. This has the original tube in it. I don't run it hard. I rarely run it more than 400 or 500 watts. Rarely. You see me, usually if I have to, I'll wind it up to like 800, and then I'll dial it back. I'll roll it right back after I make the contact. I just don't run it hard. I'm a firm believer in use the least amount of power to make the contact. And that's what I live by. 1, it's very kind to my equipment. 2, it's the way you should do it. Based upon ham radio guidelines. You use the least amount of power to establish the contact. Toasted it, man. Freaking terrifying. So what I'm thinking about doing, I can't see the tube. The amplifier sits over here on the right-hand side. And there's a window. It's a window about like this. You can look in the side of the amplifier and see the tube. And it's in there, glowing amber color all the time. I'm actually thinking now, I'm going to take a mirror. I'm going to go get a mirror upstairs. Hey, Randy. And I'm going to mount that mirror over here, maybe on the lamp. I have a lamp which sits over, and I'm going to tape that to the lamp so I can see that tube at all times out of the corner of my eye. Have you guys ever heard of such a thing? Now, I don't know if he was running a buffer. See, I have a buffer in line, the ARB 704. And I know a lot of guys, they don't run a buffer circuit in the middle between the transceiver and the amplifier. I am a firm believer in those because, yes, you can damage the transceiver with... Oh, my God. Private nombre. Maybe that's what it was. Crazy, man. I mean, that's not funny. The 7300 is not it's expensive. It's not a Flex or something like that. Yeah, that's freaking creepy, to put it mildly. See, I never even know the thing was glowing bright red. I can't see it. I wouldn't know it was shorted until something happened. I'd look down, maybe output power dropped, or, who knows, or see the magic smoke start coming out of it. But yeah, Rob, that's why I run one. And even if I had a new amplifier with a brand new transceiver, I would still run one because I don't trust that crap. So maybe that's it. I really don't know. Maybe that's smart to have. It was recommended by a friend of mine. He says, do it. So I did it, and I also use an inrush protector because the old AL80A, they're old amplifiers, and they don't have an inrush protection built into the amplifier. So when you hit the key, not the key, but when you turn the amp on from a cold start, you literally see the lights in the house just ka-chunk in the a lot of times the amp, it feels like it's going to bounce, like it's bouncing on the friggin' table. It's like big, huge thump, you know what I mean? And that can be really destructive to the power switch and the different components in the amplifier because it hits it all at once. Whereas an inrush protector, if you're going to spend a lot of money on an amplifier, buy a freaking inrush protector, even though it's, it just prevents damage to the amplifier, and it's basically a slow start, and it's quick. You can't tell, but when you hit the power button down there on the strip, the inrush protector, all you hear is a click. That's it. Now, if I took that out of line and I fired up the amplifier, oh, God, yeah. It's like someone dropped a cinder block on the table. That's what it sounds like. It's pretty bad.
Roger, please copy number 74 from Saginaw, Sierra Alpha Golf, India. Thank you. The noise is tremendous here, and I appreciate your patience.
I don't know, Chuck. I have no idea.
Good luck. 73. And QRZ from Kilo Delta 8, Alpha Uniform Zulu, the Michigan QSO Party.
Kilo Echo 8, Lima Bravo.
CQ, the Michigan QSO Party. Kilo Delta 8, Alpha Uniform Zulu.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
Bravo.
Well, let's try the Kilo Charlie station.
I don't know about the update. You have to manually update it, Chuck? I have no idea. I haven't even checked.
Okay, number 9, Pennsylvania. Please copy number 75.
I've got to do a video. I've been compiling information, things that bug the hell out of me with this software. There's certain things that drive me wonky, absolutely crazy about it. But when I do a video, and it's not going to be a criticism, it's just things that I find to be, some of them are extremely annoying, others, whatever. Some functions of it that are not that great. Nothing's perfect, Nothing's perfect, but some things that could be drastically improved upon, I think. Again, keep in mind, you guys, all this software is designed to listen on. To stick it on, to piggyback it onto an HF rig is not what it was originally intended for. Yes, it has OmniRig available, so you can sync it up to the transceiver, but that is not, I don't care what anybody says, it's not what it was originally written to do. So to push it into an arena that it wasn't originally created for is unfair, creates an unfair criticism. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, it's definitely got some wonkiness to it, especially the AGC is very bizarre on it. Yeah. Chuck, that's diversity. That's the diversity function, which will only work with the RSP Duo. You need 2 independent SDR receivers running on the software. The Duo has 2 independent receivers, so that I have the receive antenna coming into that, which actually hits a coaxial, an SDR switch, an MFJ SDR switch, prior to hitting the RSP Duo, because if you don't do that, I found out, thank God, I actually did a little bit more reading. I would have basically thrown $240 in the toilet. When you on antenna 1 on the STR Duo, that's my transmitting antenna. That's the IF out coming out of the transceiver, right? When you hit the key, it kills the receive on antenna 1. It does not do that on antenna 2. On antenna 2, that stays open. In other words, it continues to receive. So if your antenna is tuned and listening on the same band that you transmit on, that's not going to end well. So to run diversity, you need some way to interrupt that second receiver. So the only way to do that is to use an SDR switch by like MFJ, or manually do it, which I would not do that, because all you have to do is forget once and you can take it and throw it in the trash because you just blew the front end out of it. Another thing I found, which I will be going over, and I'll say this again, all of my equipment here in the shack uses what I call a mechanical PTT. In other words, my foot pedal or my... I use this when I'm rag chewing because sometimes I put my feet up on the stool. I use this. I call it my PTT detonator. I had an old momentary PTT switch around, and I just take this and I jack it into the Heil cable, and there's my PTT. I can sit there and PTT with my hand. I'm not a big fan of Vox. Nobody needs to hear me, sneezing, coughing, snorting, picking my nose and stuff like that. So I use this, right? So like the transverters and what the heck else do I have here? Transverter stuff like that are mechanical. If you wire that MFJ switch into a splitter on the Heil cable, that will only kill the receive whenever the foot switch is pressed, or this. It's mechanical. You don't want that. You want to come out of the back of the transceiver electronically. You want it electronically switched. I know it's the same thing, but you see what I'm saying. What I do is I have the PTT line, which goes into the ARB 704, and I put a splitter in there for RCA cables. One goes to the amp, to key the amp, and the other goes over to the SDR switch to kill the second receiver. And what that does is, see, I can, every time that radio keys, it grounds to transmit from the radio, not from this. So whenever that radio, regardless of how you PTT the radio, that switch always kills that second receiver. If you don't do that, you're done. And it'll only happen once, and you'll be kicking yourself. That's something I'm going to go over in a comprehensive thing I'm trying to put together, but I'm trying, you know how I am. I want it to be somewhat comprehensive and not so scatterbrained. This is an incredibly complicated piece of software. There's a lot going on in it, and I'm still learning it. So I want to make sure not too much of what I present is user error, which is most likely the case at this point.
Roger, Kilo, Delta 8, Alpha,
Hey, Sean, how's it going? Hey, that's Big Sean.
Sierra, Alpha, Golf, India, over. QSO, thanks.
There you go, Chuck. You're good to go.
The noise is terrible here. I can't hear anybody.
Oh, if you use that, okay.
Okay, November 0, Hotel Juliet Zulu, is that QSL?
Yes, you should be. I'm not sure how you configure that to run 2 receivers. I'm assuming you're using that as an IF out of. Are you using that with an IF out from your rig? Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
India.
Okay, Kilo Bravo station, go ahead.
Kilo Bravo 3, Oscar, November, India. Dave in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Okay, I heard Pennsylvania. What's your serial number?
You're on a 3000, right, Chuck? You're still running a 3000. So do you grab your IF out from the rig, or are you using the switch in place of that? Oh, secondary failsafe. Oh, okay, got it. All right, I understand. Good idea. Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
Is that correct?
Germany, Mexico. Germany, Mexico. Over.
Okay, let's try it again, please.
Okay, Gulf, Mike. Gulf, Mike. Germany, Mexico. Germany, Mexico. Over.
Okay, I got that part. What's the first part of the call sign?
Kilowatt 1, Kilo 1. Roger.
Okay, Kilo 1, Golf, Mike. If you could give me your number and your state, that would be great.
Okay, my number is 009 Victor Tango, Vermont. Over.
Roger, I got it. Number 9 from Vermont. Please copy number 86 from Saginaw. Sierra, Alpha, Golf, India. And I'm sorry that I can't hear you well. The noise is like, I don't know, 20 over 9. It's terrible here. But thank you, 73.
73, thank you, 73.
Kilo Charlie 8, Victor Oscar Alpha.
Kilo Charlie 8, station, go ahead.
278.
Oh my God. Dude, do something about that audio. I would kill myself if I had to listen to that. Frick. What an idiot. He's probably running a D104 or something. Seriously? Put the CB away, graduate, step up to, at least try and play with the big boys a little bit. That is just the most horrific thing I've ever heard. Holy
Whiskey Zulu, 4 kilowatt.
Freaking shiznick.
Kilowatt.
Whiskey Zulu, 4 kilowatt.
Whiskey Zulu 4 kilowatt. Please copy 123, 123 St. Clair County. Over.
Roger, number 3, Victor Alpha.
Okay, I got the Victor Alpha. What was the serial number?
3123.
Number 3?
Roger.
All right, thanks for number 3 is VA 73 is QRZ Michigan QSO Party, November 8, Sugar Ocean Bravo.
That worked, Tim. Okay.
Kilowatt Fox ending in Germany.
Go up a little bit. That's probably a little bit over there.
Whiskey Alpha 1, UJU. Thanks for the contact. Copy number 03737.
I'm not hearing so. Man, you guys, I am not hearing big numbers in here. Man, this band is closed. Jeez. It's going to get better, though.
November 4, Delta Bravo Romeo in Michigan with the Michigan QSO party. Over.
Didn't get his call sign.
November 4, Delta Bravo Radio in Michigan with the Michigan QSO party. QRZ.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
I think that was Kilo 1 Alpha Golf Mike. Is that correct?
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike. Golf Mike. Germany, Mexico. Over.
Okay, QSL. I got your Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Thanks for the contact. Please copy number 03838. And my county is Midland. Mike, India, Delta, Lima. Over.
Okay, thank you for 38 Midlands. Please copy 010, number 10, Victor Tango, Vermont. Over.
Thank you much for Vermont. That's the first one today for me. And I got your 010 Vermont. Good luck. And 73.
73, thank you. All the best.
All right. Anyone else for a Michigan station? November 4, Delta Bravo Romeo in Michigan for the Michigan QSO party. QRZ.
Kilo Echo 8, Lima Bravo.
I think I heard a Kilo Echo 8. Try again.
Kilo Echo 8, Lima Bravo.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about that too, Chuck, but I don't know how other transceivers are.
Echo 8. Try again.
I'm trying to think of where the 7300 comes out.
I'm not able to pull you out. Sorry about that, friend. Try again a little bit. Maybe we can hear you better. This is November 4, Delta Bravo Romeo. David, I'm in Michigan.
Yeah, Scott, if you can, for the coaxial switch, what you can do, that's most likely an RCA with the amplifier. Usually they are. If it's an RCA, you can use an RCA splitter. It could be anywhere in that chain if it's an RCA, and basically plug that in and split it. One goes to the amp and one goes to the switch, and it should do the same thing. It should work. Don't take my word on that, but it makes sense to me. I don't know, Chuck, if that sounds right.
Whiskey Zulu 4 kilowatt, number 4, Virginia, Victor Alpha.
Thank you very much. My number is 009, and my county is Monroe. Over.
County Monroe. QSL, good luck.
Never get this guy. Good Lord.
November 1, Juliet Tango Kilo, Whiskey Delta number 8, Alpha Bravo Zulu. Please copy my 009. My county is Monroe. Over. Thank you very much for Connecticut. Good luck. The Kilo Bravo 2 station, go ahead.
This guy.
KB2, and I didn't get the suffix. Here is Whiskey Delta.
That's perfect, Scott. Just split it. Just split it. If it's an RCA, just split it and feed it to the SDR switch.
Here is Whiskey Delta number 8, Alpha Bravo Zulu for the Whiskey QSO party.
I think I worked him. Did I work him? No, I didn't. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike.
Kilo Golf 2, the Kilo
Max.
Golf 2 here is
Hey, Max, how you doing?
number 8, Alpha Bravo
Good to see you from New Zealand land. Wow.
5 and 4.
New Zealand. Very cool.
Monroe, and here's my number 009.
Scott, just make sure it keys with everything. Key the microphone and then put the radio into transmit via the front panel if you can. I don't know if you got a transmit button. Just make sure it keys every time with everything. Hey, Tom. Yeah, been in here for an hour and a half. Where you been?
Michigan QSO party. Here is Whiskey Delta number 8, Alpha Bravo Zulu calling CQ Michigan QSO party.
November 3, Lima Romeo Papa.
And by first call.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike Mike.
K1GMM, I believe it is. Here is Whiskey Delta number 8, Alpha Bravo Zulu. My number 009, and my county is Monroe. Over.
Okay, thank you, 009 Monroe. Please copy number 11, Victor Tango, Vermont. Over.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Good luck, 7-3.
Lima Romeo Papa.
MONR.
Whiskey Delta number 8, Alpha Bravo Zulu, Michigan.
In your hotel? No, I already worked him.
Thank you very much. You are in number 3939, Missouri. Mike.
Yeah. Any last ones before we head to CW? This is K8RO.
Whiskey 2, Whiskey.
I'll put you down as 001. Okay, 001 New York.
Got it. Thank you much. Good luck.
7-3.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike.
Again?
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike Mike.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. I think I've got that. Please copy number 2110.
Okay, I need it a little slower. Number 21, I need the county. Please copy number 12, 012, number 12, Victor Tango, Roger.
All right, I've got the number 12 in Vermont. You've got my number 21. The county is Kent. Kilo Echo November Tango. Over.
QSL. Thank you, 7-3, and have a good day. Over.
All right, good luck.
Woohoo! New county. You just got to go up and down the band, just back and forth. This is where, I'll tell you, man, this is where a freaking pan adapter is invaluable. Something on the screen, point and click, even if you don't use it to monitor with, it is just, you just see what's going on across the entire band, and it's so convenient.
I got you 39. What was your state again?
I'm gonna have to tune this mother.
Roger, got you 94 West Virginia, QRZ, November 5, Mike, Kilowatt Yankee. Whiskey 0 Quebec.
Oh,
Whiskey Zero Zulu Quebec, your number 32 Calhoun.
you heard me in Virginia, Sean?
Thanks much. Number 55, Minnesota.
It switched into
Great signal from
it's
Minnesota.
going
Thank
south.
you very much. QRZ, November 5, Mike, Kilowatt Yankee.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike. Please copy number 33, Calhoun, Charlie Alpha Lima Hotel.
Okay, thanks for 33 Calhoun. Please copy number 13, Victor Tango, Vermont. Over.
Roger, thanks for Vermont. QRZ, November 5, Mike, Kilowatt Yankee.
Okay.
Roger, your number 24. The call here is November 8th. Juliet Foxtrot Juliet, and you would be my number 26. Go ahead. Negative. The suffix is Juliet, Foxtrot, Juliet, JFJ. Roger, thank you. Good luck.
Oh, QSP. I know, Scott, right?
CQ,
it's crazy, isn't it?
CQ for the Michigan QSO party. This is November 8th. Juliet Foxtrot Juliet 10-8 JFJ MIQP.
Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike. Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike.
Okay, Kilowatt 1, Golf, Mike. NAJFJ, go ahead.
Okay, N8JFJ, please copy number 14, Victor Tango, Vermont. Roger?
Okay, copy. Number 14, Vermont. You would be my number 27. We are in Macomb County, abbreviated. Mike Alpha Charlie Oscar. Roger?
Got it. 27 Mike Alpha Charlie Oscar. Thank you very much. 7-3 and have fun there. Over.
Well, thank you very much and good luck to you.
In St. Clair. STCL, my number.
I think I worked him. I don't need any more St. Clair. Good Lord, I got 1, 2, 3. 3 of them.
November Alpha 8 Victor. Contest.
Yep, I already worked him.
QSO, you're 5-9, number 1 into Washington, WASH. And your call again?
Kilo India 0 Foxtrot.
Okay, got it. Have fun.
Kilo India 0 Foxtrot. Anybody else in Michigan?
Alpha Charlie, go. You're a duplicate, sorry. Alpha Charlie 8, Juliet Fox.
Alpha Charlie 8, Juliet Fox.
I'll tell you what, when this band... Oh, I would imagine so. Chris, you're not trying to watch this on a cell phone, are you? Yep, Ed, you heard that. Ed heard H&R stomping stuff upstairs. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. She's bouncing a freaking bowling ball across the kitchen floor or something. I don't know. Good Lord. Yeah, I was wondering if you guys picked up on that. See this? This is like up against the wall. It's not connected to the wall, but the whole thing is up against the wall. And the wall, of course, is connected to the ceiling, and she's stomping around. Yeah, it goes right to... Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys, don't ever be afraid to ask a question as to what this madness all is here. Let me answer that question. I'll go over to the other camera. If I can... Okay, you're talking about these. Right here, right? Okay, these are all of the the switches for the arrays and all the different stuff going on outside. So I went through this before. The one on the left right here, this is for the 20-meter phase delta loop array. This switches a relay back and forth to go northeast or southwest. All of this is driven off the power supply, which is right there. It's a Linko 330FX power supply, 30 amp power supply. Right here is forward and reverse for the remote coaxial switch that I constructed. It's a homebrew remotely driven coax switch, which is in the southeast corner of the basement, and it switches through 4 different antennas. This right here, this switch is for the 40-meter parasitic delta loop array, which is I'm on right now, currently switched into the southwest orientation. This is for the NFED, which I use as a receive antenna. It's a 67-foot NFED. That is a quarter wave on 75 meters, and it goes straight up 67 feet into the top of a tree. It's a vertical. This is used as a second receive antenna for diversity reception. I do not transmit through this, but what the switch does is it switches it from a quarter wave on 75, and if I want to go 40 and up, what I do is I flip this switch, which switches in a 49-to-1 on, turning it into a 40-meter half wave on 40 and up, close to resonant across a whole buttload of bands all the way to 6 meters. So I use that for diversity. This is a set of 3 switches here. One is azimuth, one is pitch, and one is elevation. This is for the satellite antenna. 2 big units under the calendar. Oh, okay. You're talking about the life hacks, right, Chris? Let me move my beer before I knock it over. Okay, so to go through the station, we've got the rack gear. This is for my audio, for HF, and the stream, and I'm going to completely redo the audio on the stream. I have another piece of rack gear I'm going to put in, and I'm going to take the feed for the audio from a different point in the rack, and I think that will work out much better, but I need it gated, so I have another piece which is going in here. Anyways, audio rack. This particular unit, this is a Yamaha GC 2020. It's like 40 years old, this thing. 30. God, I bought this when I was 20 years old. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is like 30 plus years old, this thing. It's a compressor limiter gate, and I use that on the reference monitors. And if you look over there, see, it looks like a little speaker over there. Those are reference monitors, and I have a Polk Audio subwoofer, which is here underneath this monitor. And that's for the ESSB Voodoo monitor system. Of course, 7300. This is a 989D legal limit tuner. This is the AL88 amplifier, 1 kW amplifier. Up here is a 10 meter rig. which I usually have on, monitoring 10 meters. But I'm not going to leave that off. I think that's it. Rotator for another antenna. Now I do have, for this radio, I have actually a 10, 11 meter ground plane up. It's actually attached to the metal roof of the house, as you guys saw in a video I did when I stuck it up there. Here's well. Works really good. And I listen a lot on 11 meters, believe it or not. And it's interesting to see when the band opens up, I pick up stations from Puerto Rico to all the way up and down the eastern seaboard on that thing. And then I run up to 10 meters to see if there's any activity. Sometimes, you'll get an opening. There seems to be more activity, believe it or not, on the CB band. When that pops open, I always hear people immediately. And then I'll run up. It makes more sense to do that than to scan 10 meters. Like you can set a CB radio to 27385, channel 38, and if the band opens up, you're going to know it because there's always traffic in there. So that's kind of what I use that for. Anyways, hope that explains everything. If it doesn't, I did the best I could. See if there's anybody else. And I'm going to shut down for a while and come back later. I haven't done lunch yet, so I'm starving. Flat out this morning. Parks.
Something. You're number 21, Wayne County.
Oh, need that one. I think. Whip this up the band here.
Okay, Kilo Zero Delta Delta Sierra. Is it number 1818 Kansas? QSO 73, Georgia, Kilowatt Echo 8 Oscar Charlie, MQP.
Kilowatt Echo 8.
The Michigan QSO Party, Kilowatt Echo 8 Oscar Charlie, Kilowatt Echo 8 Oscar Charlie, MQP.
Kilowatt 1, Golf Mike Mike.
Kilowatt 1, Golf Mike Mike, copy number 22, Wayne County.
QSL 22 Wayne, please copy number 15, Victor Tango, Vermont, over.
That was number 50 in Victor Tango?
15, number 15, 15, Roger.
Got it, 15 in Victor Tango, got it, 73, QRZ, Kilowatt Echo 8 Oscar Charlie.
Kilo 8
Kilo Alpha 0 Papa Quebec Whiskey.
Kilo 8 Echo Radio Sierra.
I know that call sign. It must have worked for me.
CQ Michigan QSO Party, CQ Michigan QSO
Hey, 73 Tom.
Kilo 8 Echo Radio Sierra.
Tom, you're such a character, man.
Kilo 8 Echo Radio Sierra.
That's funny.
CQ Michigan QSO Party, CQ Michigan QSO Party, Kilo 8 Echo Radio Sierra.
Kilowatt 1, Golf Mike Mike.
Was it Kilo Echo 1 Golf Mike Mike?
Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, Roger.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, 1-2 Livingston.
Ooh, that's a good one. Thanks for 1-2 Livingston. Please copy number 16, 016, Victor Tango, Vermont, over.
QSL for Victor, or 16 Victor Tango, 73.
73, thank you.
QRZ, Kilo 8 Echo Radio Sierra.
Freaking cool. Cool.
Kilo Charlie 3, Nancy Queen Bakers.
It's interesting to see the differences in signal strength between these stations. Hey, Brian, what's up, man? Hey. That's right, you're in Michigan, aren't you? Yeah, it's been tough going, Brian. Sharp QSB. Very difficult most of the time. I think the bands are going to get better, though, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break here. And unfortunately, Brian, I'm sorry, you just joined me, and I'm going to duck out, tuck tail, and run. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to grab a late lunch. Get a late lunch. Sean, what a goon. I'm going to, I'm going to go grab a late lunch, and then I'll be back a little bit later. What time is it? Coming up to 3 o'clock, and I think probably, actually, the band's going to start stretching out in about another half hour. You're going to start to hear Europe coming in, usually about, I don't know, maybe another hour. So usually once that happens, things start to stabilize a bit. And it stops this ping-ponging back and forth from the south to the Midwest. Yeah, you know. You hear that? You ever see that? And I'll leave you guys for this. This is hilarious. Have you ever seen, you guys, us old timers here, remember that commercial we used to watch on TV, you see on TV, I walk with heavy hands. Remember that? That ridiculous is almost as ridiculous as the I've fallen and I can't get up. Remember those two commercials used to drive me completely mad. I walk with heavy hands. Remember that, you guys? That's what she does. I walk with heavy feet. That's, I call her heavy foot too. She can't hear me, which is a beautiful thing, because I'll tell you what, man, I would get a freaking smack in the face with something very heavy and something very unbreakable. I'll see you guys later. 7-3 all. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be back later and knocking around. I really didn't think I'd even get this many contacts, so this is cool. My goal is to take this QSO party from Vermont. That's my goal, and I'm going to put in an effort. And if I don't get it, oh well. But at least I can say I tried. So there you go. Junior Johnson. It's a freaking 3-ring circus, baby. See you guys later. Woo-hoo.